Okay, well, I was gonna wait a little bit longer to start the stream recap, but Ninetales, aka with the IGN Messi, just got, as we're doing the intro to the stream. He streams on Twitch, by the way, go check him out, Ninetales, Ninnetales, I believe, Ninetales. Dude, he just got a SHALPHA Horsea as we're loading up for the stream. That is ridiculous. He is on Field Team 7. That is a less than 32 hours left in the event, left in Shiny Wars, getting himself a SHALPHA. That is like one of the biggest points you could get, obviously. That's super important. It's the best time to get this sort of shiny. This is insane. Congratulations to him. And now we're going to segue from a SHALPHA from a Team Mr. members, Field Team 7 member, to now Hide&Seek, fellas. Everybody, I hope you are ready because I'm about to unveil my location. And when I do, the first person to find and trade me in-game on Channel 1 will get 1 million Pokeyen. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. This is a really tough one. Maybe the toughest Hide&Seek I've ever done. I would never get this. I would not get this in a million years. If it takes, you know what? I'm going to set a timer. It's a little late, but I'm going to set a timer, a stopwatch. If someone does not find me for 1 minute, I'll up the prize. We're at 5 seconds so far, about 10 seconds probably total. First person to find and trade me. First person to find and trade me gets 1 million Pokeyen. This is a tough one. This might take a sec. Today is mostly going to be a filler stream. We don't have a whole lot to do today besides like boring XP training on the... We see someone. Trade me, trade me, trade me, trade me, trade me, trade me, trade me. He was a little... Dude, it was close. Jiro almost got that. Whew, I'm really impressed. Look how many people showed up, dude. Look how many people made... This is a really, really hard one. Unironically, if you... Dude, if you came here at all, Jiro, here, I got you, dude. You've got an amazing fit. A shiny Scyther. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get a mill too, man. Because that's impressive. That's hard, dude. That was a really fucking insane... Yeah, the frick that appeared above, like, that couldn't have been more comedic. Thank you for taking the time to come over here. So, yeah, let me show you guys where this is at. This is a really, really hard spot. This is Castelia City. Not only is it Castelia City, it is a very niche, specific building in Castelia City. Let me reset my game window so you guys can see. It's in a very specific window, and then it's over in this building, Studio Castelia, over to the east of the ice cream shop. Like, how would you remember this? You knew it was in Unova? Yeah, but it's the place next to the PCI, or the PCI guys. But that's, dude, that is I would have never gotten that. That is a tough fucking spot. Congrats to those that came at all and got the 1 million Pokeyen. We're on the main account for a quick sec for 2 reasons, okay? First things first, I want to go ahead and claim some Pokeyen that I have sitting in my GTL. And maybe even do a flip. I want to get better at using my main account. Even though I'm not playing the main account too much, still using it to make progress. We're going to claim this. This is why I wanted to give away the 1 million Pokeyen, because I had, 1 million listings that I could go ahead and collect. Sold off a little bit of old investments. And then next up, I also want to go ahead. I bought 2,000 RP, I believe. Yeah, 2,000. Well, yeah, 2,000 on top of the 2,000 I had. I'm going to redeem 2,000 RP, and I'm going to go ahead and buy one of the flaming swords. I think I'm going to go the orange flaming sword because I prefer this one. But it's a close call. This vanity disappears in 3 days. And it's possible, whether something is a good investment is so hard to tell, especially an RP item. RP vanities are the toughest things to decipher, whether it'll be a good investment or not. By the way, thank you for the primes. I'll thank you properly in the quick sec. But I think this vanity might have been ignored enough due to all of the drama, chum bucket incubators, due to Shiny Wars. I think this vanity has been ignored enough while also being cool to warrant it, but we'll see. I could be very, very wrong, so we'll have to see. But that's our way into the stream recap. We also have our typical daily news, tips, and tricks to cover, so let's go ahead and jump into that. First things first, Shiny Wars. Dude, Shiny Wars is coming to an end in about 30 hours. 31-ish? I think 31 hours exactly. 1 day and 7 hours. This is the current score. If I refresh, let's see if anything changed. They got 50. I think that was from the Horsea, right? They just got plus 50 points. in live time, dude. I had the page up before the stream started, and it was at 3207. Now it's 3257. Spiel Team 7 in first place with 3257. ETG is still hungry at 3076. It is still anybody's game. It is still really fucking close. But man, Spiel Team 7 is trying to pull ahead. They are trying to prove that they want to be the best shiny hunters in the game this year, man. They're too cracked. They are putting everything on the line. Team Moon, a strong third place. But it's crazy how far third place is from the others, but it's still like insanely. But everything else like falls off, right? Like these are everybody who's even top 50 is just insane shunters. If you're top 50, you get a prize, and that's very important to remember. Everybody in top 50 gets a prize, so congratulations to every team. I'll give you a proper congratulations tomorrow, hopefully. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Catch events coming up. The Mankey D. Luffy, the Mankey catch event still coming up this 8th. Coming up faster than I realized. That's in 2 days. That's this Friday at 2 p.m. ET. Mankey, Jigglypuff, Pidgey. It's the best time to win a free raid Primeape with Vital Spirit. Amazing raid Pokemon for Darkrai. And some free RP before Halloween event coming up. Patrouski. Shiny Patrouski event coming up 2 p.m. ET on this Saturday, the 9th of August. Time is moving quickly, boys. Prizes being a Shiny Patrouski. Obviously, amazing IVs. Not the most useful Pokemon, but a really cool shiny, really pretty, could be discharge user, plus 1,000 RP. It's always the best time to win free RP right before event season. So that's our boring intro to the stream recap. Once again, today's kind of a filler episode, not a whole lot to talk about or do, aside from the stuff, you know, we're kind of creating our own content at the start of the stream. If you like the stream recaps or like my content, as always, liking the stream physically, liking the, you know, the videos, dislike if not, subscribe, follow on Twitch, and factor subs. Factor subbing is the best way to support this month. It's a limited time over the next month or so, 28 days, 25 days or so left. It's the best way to support the stream. You get 50% off a Factor, some amazing food linked in the description, as well as I will be doing a streamathon. The streamathon is coming back at the end of the month. I'll be doing a streamathon based on how many 1 hour one Factor sub is plus 1 hour to the streamathon, and maybe we'll try to find other ways to extend it and stuff like that. So check that out towards the end of August. But for now, let's jump into Pokemon. I'm gonna hop over to the Ironman account and make our daily progress. Thanks for watching. How much yen should we have put aside for the upcoming event season? It is really up to you and how much you can afford. I generally try to tell people, I think a good goal to shoot for, it's going to sound high, so if you don't hit the goal, please don't feel like a failure. You're doing a great job no matter what. If you can save any 5 mil for your first event, that's a great start, right? But I would say the real goal I encourage most players to shoot for is 30 mil. If you have 30 mil prepared prior to an event season, 30 mil cash, you can designate 10 mil Pokeyen to each event. Halloween, Christmas, Lunar New Year, right? And you can buy almost everything in each of the events. Not everything, but you can buy a lot of the things, right? Not like the ultra rares or whatever, but like probably like the RP item, like most of the cheaper other vanities. If you have 30 mil cash, you can do almost everything. And then, you know, but you have to definitely pick and choose. You want to make investments, like investing 10 mil in each event. Make sure you save up as much Pokeyen as you can prior to event season. I was just saying, it is the worst case scenario. You don't want to be a player that comes back to PokeMMO in the middle of event season. That is a nightmare scenario. It sucks. You don't want to do it. You want to come back to PokeMMO 2 months prior to event season. So right about now / a month, you know, so leeway. And then prepare for that set event season and be ready, right? Have your PVM Pokemon, watch previous year's guides, watch my videos, like how to, you know, every raid Pokemon, or watch other people's videos on, there's tons of other amazing Halloween guides, other video guides. But not only, you have to, the hard part about event season is that it's event season. When I say event season, I don't just mean Halloween. You have to essentially be prepared for Halloween, Christmas, and Lunar New Year all before they start, because there is so little time in between to prepare for the next one, right? If the Halloween event drops on October 31st, right? You have about 2 months, to be fair. Well, if it drops on October 31st, so realistically, the Halloween event drops on October 31st, and then it lasts 2 weeks or so until November, like 14th, right? And after event season, you probably want at least a week break, because it's really intense and you're grinding a lot and it's really like exhausting, right? So let's say the Halloween event is from October 31st to November 14th. Then you want a week-long break, maybe even a 2-week-long break. Let's say you take a break from November 14th to November 21st. It's a 1-week break, right? Now you only have until November 21st to December 25th or 26th or so to grind for the Christmas event. And you know, for also imagine having to grind Pokeyen in PokeMMO while also trying to like Christmas shop, gift shop, like get presents. I'm just naming the same thing 3 times. Set up like if you're hosting Christmas, like it is so much. You do not want to be. You want to prepare for PokeMMO event season so early because then it gives you time to actually prepare for event season IRL as well, right? You can prepare early in PokeMMO a bit more than IRL. And yeah, you just don't want to be caught with your pants down in the middle of event season, dude. It is brutal. You want to budget properly. I recommend 30 mil or so Pokeyen. You can do most things. Think ahead of time. Hey, this is my limit on what I'm willing to spend in the Halloween event. This is my limit on what I'm willing to spend in the Christmas and then Lunar New Year, etc., etc., etc. If you don't spend your limit, you know, that's fine. You have more to spend on the next event, right? But try not to set a limit for each event and don't go over. That's a helpful budgeting tool that I use personally. What else? There's so many things. Event season is such a busy, there's so much to factor in. It's such a busy time. There's gonna be so much going on. I'll be making many videos, as many guides as possible. If you have any questions about event season, please come and stream to let me know. I love talking about event season. It's a very exciting time for PokeMMO, but also very exhausting and very draining. So do all of your prep work now while you still can. I'm gonna keep, you know, preaching that over and over again until we run out of time. Do you think the ROI or return on investment on Mysterious Balls will be much lower this year than previous? Much lower is hard to say. I think it will be lower. I think every year people, as education spreads and as people wise up to different methods, I think you lose out on profits or whatever for sure. But that's a good thing. It more so just means I think everybody kind of gets a more equal piece of the pie versus people who know that investing is really good, you know. Now, but a lot of people, we know that investing in Mysterious Balls is very good if you buy at the bottom out price. A lot of people still aren't going to do it. A lot of people are still going to like buy the vanities or, you know, give in to temptation instead. You know, it's human. So, you know, I think there will still be good profits, but for sure, if you want to take riskier investments, it's, you know, every single year that education spreads and more people make safe investments, it's gonna hurt the profitability overall, but we still make plenty of Pokeyen. In my opinion, investments make way too much Pokeyen in PokeMMO. It's kind of insane. If you don't know, the typical annual ROI or return on investment you would expect for IRL investments is usually around 8%. In PokeMMO, we usually make around like 50 to 80% within less than a year. It's fucking stupid. It is like insane the ROIs we get in PokeMMO because there's such a lack of education spread, and I try my best to spread as much education on that as possible. And we'll talk a lot more about it once again when event season comes around, and I have tons of videos on investing in PokeMMO if you're interested. Yeah, following up on the event season preparation stuff, I vehemently recommend taking a break before big events, like right before events drop. So, for example, if the Halloween event drops, this is what I do personally. You know, just a suggestion. You don't have to do it, but you want to finish preparation early. You do not want to be prepping for the Halloween event down to the wire because you're going to be burnt out and tired from doing that, let alone the event starts. Right? I've seen a lot of people prep for the event down to the wire, and then the event starts and they're like so burnt out they don't even play the event, and it's like, that's brutal, you know. Try to set it up so that you have all of your like Halloween event prep done by like the 28th, maybe even 25th, and that way like you can play Pokemon if you want to. But I usually force myself to take a break. I do this with Shiny Wars as well. Usually prior to a big event or Shiny Wars or whatever, I will not allow myself to play Pokemon for 3 days prior to the event, even if I want to, because it just gets me in that mindset of, okay, I have the urge to play, but I don't let myself play, and then it builds up. It kind of builds up the urge to play, and then you pop off during event season. So I recommend taking a break, a mandatory break, prior to events. This is like, obviously we're like min-maxing to such a serious degree. Not everybody's gonna care about or need this, obviously, which is so fair. It's definitely just a tactic that I use. I care about the game a lot, so tactic that I use personally. Here, someone actually asked me how I would rate their shiny Dratini, like a ×5 horde 2080 split shiny Dratini. So I actually do have a shiny rating scale, a very harsh scale, mind you, but this is the scale that I use during shiny rating competitions. If something is below a 2, that means something went wrong. That usually means it's one of the most common shinies in the game, or it's just not OT. A ×5 like horde Druddigon gonna end up being like a 2, even though it's a really cool shiny. be like a 2 out of 10 generally. ×3 horde, that isn't like split, a simple ×3 horde shunt. Obviously there's different variations, and I usually do like 0.5s, or even like I do like well, I'll do the whole decimal scale, like from 0.1 to 0.9. ×3 horde, let's think of, I'm trying to think of an example. If you wild hunted Numel, but you could have just done camera up and bred it down. Cacnea sort of things, but some of those are nighttime only, so those would be higher up. There's not that many times. Maybe like a Minchino like a ×3 horde shunt. Would be like a 3 out of 10 scale. A single encounter shiny is a 4 out of 10 on my scale. A Safari shiny is a 5 out of 10. 6 egg shinies are only a 6, which is pretty brutal. 6 out of 10. 7 is kind of leeway. We have it as like an empty spots, question mark, question mark. 8 is a Shalpha. 9 is a legendary. And then 10 is a one-of-a-kind shiny. If you don't know what that means, a good example is Epoch's recent Shalpha Lopunny. That would be a 10. That would receive a 10. And then I had a buddy, my buddy Dusty Bunny in PokeMMO, who at one point... He owns the first ever achieved shiny Melodic in PokeMMO, and it was like caught in 2012. It's for sure the first ever shiny ever on the server for Melodic, and it was caught as a Phoebus. You couldn't even evolve Phoebus into Melodic back in 2012, but they had an event where you could actually catch Phoebus for like a future, but kind of like to tease people for the future. There's obviously a lot of, Zoroa. There's a lot of stipulations that become very specific rankings I have to think about a little bit more during the shiny ratings, but to give you an idea of the scale that I use, that I've used in the past. But yeah, like this first ever shiny Melodic on the server, that would be like a 10 out of 10, for example. Things like that. Now, this is an interesting question. We talked on how much Pokeyen you want to save for your main account for the event season. How much Pokeyen do you want to save on your Iron Man account for event season? I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I need like any. I'm trying to think like what you would need Pokeyen for on an Iron Man account for event season. I don't know if you need any, man. Usually Pokeyen, yeah, like on an Iron Man, you really just want good IV. You want good Mons, as many good Mons as possible, and high level good Pokemon. I can't even think of anything else on an Iron Man you need aside from just as many good Pokemon as possible. I don't think you need pure Yen for an Iron Man for an event season. I'll have to think about it a little bit more, but yeah, I don't think so. Great question. All right, dude. Shout out to Ninetales for thankfully recording his Shalpha Horsea. I'm so glad we have the reaction. I have not seen this yet. I'm going to preemptively guess that this is going to need a volume warning. So here's your volume warning. You know, keep that in mind as we watch this. Volume warning. We're gonna play it in 3, 2, 1. This is from Ninetales over on YouTube.
Falta de un poquito de noción de humanidad.
I can't wait for this Shalpha reaction to break the language barrier. Don't need to understand. Don't need to be multilingual to understand. Excitement for a fellow shunter. What does he have? He has like Plusles, Weasels. No! Weasel, Wooper, Plusle. Dude, it's so good. Did he rip his headphones off? You heard like the... No. Just the dude, I get that. For some reason, when you get something, you just like can't believe. You're like denying its reality. You start saying like no over and over and over again because you literally just can't believe it. You're like, this shouldn't be happening. I've had some reactions where like it's funny that it happens, but like the no is a very funny reaction. But it's very human.
Wait. I think I will take a fucking...
What happened? He got a Shalpha Horsea, one of the rarest shinies in all of Pokemon. Shalphas are just one of the rarest shinies in PokeMMO. And he also got it in Shiny War in the #1 ranked team with only 31 hours left in the event. So, like, getting... Like, this might be the last... This literally might be the game changer. Like, this... shiny might be the nail in the coffin that makes them win Shiny Wars. It is that crucial and that important.
Wait. Oh my god, it's not real, bro. It's not real. No. No.
What is happening?
No.
Did he like relog or crash?
Ice King, bro. Shalpha. No way.
And then the Discord with the boys. Oh, it's so pretty, dude. It's such a beautiful shiny.
Oh my god.
Careful nature, by the way. Here's the image. It's crazy. He was like, he's popping off more now. He was like processing. He was like processing. He like relogged, and now it feels he was streaming no before. Now it feels like he finally believes it.
What's going on?
It like hit him. Dude, I mean, this is just pure joy. This is what it's all about, man. Like shiny hunting being a communal journey with you and your friends, your people who are just, you're all working so hard together. Keep in mind, these guys have literally been shiny hunting 16 hours a day for the past month. Like, it's so hard to put into work to make you guys empathize like how insane this is. It is so ludicrous. He probably spent, Shalphas generally cost around 1 to 2 billion Pokeyen. It's been an insanely long month, an insanely intense month. Like, this is the magnum opus of, like, possibly the magnum opus of Shiny Wars. It's that crazy, man. It's a really big deal. This could be what makes them win, what makes them be the Super Bowl champion of Shiny War, you know? All right, someone asked how much does it cost to do a Leppa shiny hunt? And I think it is more than people realize. It depends on what shunt you're doing, to be fair. But we're going to assume that Leppas are 800 Pokeyen a piece, and one Leppa represents 10 encounters, so you're doing times 5 hordes. He said not sure on the split odds, but okay, Leppa shunt to Dratini, how much does it cost? It's more than you would think. It's pretty expensive. Leppa shunts are, in my opinion, more expensive. It's usually around like 3 mil per shunt, I believe. So let's say, okay, it's 800 Pokeyen per Leppa. Each Leppa represents 10 encounters. Average shiny rate of 30,000 divided by 10 encounters. Is that right? And then so that this gets you 3,000 Leppas required per times 5 horde shunt. Okay? So you do this times 800. So it's 2.4 million Pokeyen per Leppa shunt on average. Okay? That's not including if you go dry or lucky or whatever, right? Dry or wet, right? So if you have to do this 5 times on average for Dratini, right? That's going to be, it's going to cost you about 12 million Pokeyen per Dratini shunt on average, if that makes sense. But you'll also get 2 Horsea, 2 Magikarp on average on the way there. Does that make sense? Alrighty, this might come to a shock to you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you so much for watching our PokeMMO stream recap. We did a lot today. Maybe not as much shown in the recap, but a lot for the Iron Man, a lot of progress, a lot of like little PvP stuff going on. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as always. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. I do upload every single day. I stream on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET if you want to watch me over on Twitch. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube membership, Twitch Prime, Switch subs, PayPal and Venmo donations, and then Factor is the best way to support this month. Using the link in the description, you can get 50% off your first Factor order, and it's the best way to support the stream, and it adds an hour to the streamathon at the end of the month. I will see you guys tomorrow if you're watching the stream today, Thursday, August 7th, is the Shuntathon. Be there or be square. It will be at noon ET, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. giving away prizes, shiny hunting, having fun on the Iron Man account, and giving away prizes on the main account. So I'll see you guys then. Have a good one. But for now, peace Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.